Hey guys, my name is Abhidev and in this video we are going to do a comparison between Amazon Kindle, which is the basic Kindle of about 7,900, the iPad 8th generation, which is the basic iPad. We are going to compare them between multiple topics on the basis of the usage. I personally have used both the devices, so this is kind of my honest review. Like what I found better for myself, and probably this video will help you to choose between the two. Both the devices have some pros and cons over each other, so let's start with why Kindle is better than iPad. The most important criteria which should be looked while selecting such a device for reading is which is comfortable to your eyes. If you are a passionate reader and you probably spend around 2 hours per day reading, so Kindle should be a better choice for you. Nowadays, basically everyone is busy with their phones and laptops, as most of us are working from home, and these devices put lots of pressure on your eyes. So Kindle would be a better choice for you, and Kindle has some paper-like feel and is based on e-ink, so it does not kind of put any kind of pressure on your eyes. Therefore, you can comfortably read if you read for longer hours. The basic Kindle does not have any warm light, and I think you don't even require that because all you can do is dim the light to 0 in your Kindle and it will work as good as the warm feature. And even if you want a warm light in a Kindle, you can always go for high-end models of the Kindles. So buy Kindle if you want to relax before going to sleep and want to have a nice read. Next criteria is pricing. Kindle is definitely cheaper than iPad. If you are too tight on your budget and just want a device for reading, then definitely go for Kindle. It will solve the purpose of your reading and you don't even have to spend too much on the device and it will not empty your pockets. And the last criteria is distraction. You won't ever be distracted on Kindle while reading because there are no calls, no messages and no notifications while you read on Kindle. Like nothing is going to disturb you or ring around you, and you can peacefully enjoy a book on your Kindle in one hand with some coffee or tea on other hand. You should definitely go for Kindle if you want a device which is comfortable for your eyes and you don't want to spend too much on a device just for reading. And yeah, you won't even be distracted with all the calls and notifications while you are reading a book. So yeah, these were the criteria to look for while selecting a device for your reading. Now let's see why iPad is better than Kindle. The criteria which was a deal breaker for me for choosing the devices between the two was note taking. If you want to do some kind of note taking while reading and you want a single device to do all the things, then iPad is the option for you. So few years back I had kind of this black Kindle, the basic one, and I was not able to take any kind of notes on it. It had this option like when you highlight the note, you can write some thoughts on top of it, and it was not good. Like I was not able to write the summary of the whole book like I wanted, and I just have to write small notes on every highlighted part. So I just sold the Kindle on OLX or something and I just bought this basic iPad. I also have this video of how to take better notes while reading. Go check it out if you want to dive deep in the concept of better note taking. In the iPad, you can open your Kindle app or Apple Books or any kind of app that you want to use for reading on one half, and your note taking app like Notion or Roam on the other half. It makes the process so much fun and easy, and you can make this notes work as a second brain for you. Similarly, if you try to take notes on Kindle, its operating system is so slow, you can't just do it. And if you anyhow try to do it and you succeed in doing it, it is just not worth the time. So just never try to do it. So I definitely want you guys to go for iPad, the basic one, if you are not that tight on your budget. Next criteria to look for is usage. If you are a student and if you have lots and lots of textbook to read, or if you are just a normal kid and you want to enjoy some comic books with lots and fun images and text, or if you are a person who just have this habit of reading newspaper daily the first thing at the morning, literally all these things can be done on iPad with so much ease, and you will enjoy more on iPad than Kindle. iPad has this huge 10.2-inch of display and all the images and the books appear beautifully on it. And if you are a college or school student, you can always have your textbook on the go. You kind of also have this access to all the kind of bookstores on the iPad. For example, Kindle Store, Kobo, Apple Books and Google Play Books. You can just use these apps to read an ebook which you had like on your first iPhone, and as well you can enjoy the books from the other apps like Google Play Books and Apple Books. Next in the list is audiobooks. If you are a fan of audiobooks like me and like to slip to the sound of the audiobook, then I think iPad is a no-brainer for you. You have options like timer on apps like Audible, and it stops playing the book according to the timer you have set. I read it somewhere that if you read something which is completely different from the things you do in your day, what it does is it helps us to not think about the things which revolve around your life and you sleep like a baby. So if you have never tried listening to audiobooks in your life, I recommend you guys to give it a try, and I definitely know you will like it.
So 3 areas where Kindle is better than iPad is: if you are concerned about your eyes, if you are tight on your budget, or if you want no distraction. And 3 areas where iPad is better than Kindle is: if you want to take notes while reading, if you use it to read textbooks and comics and want to access multiple ebook stores, and if you listen to audiobooks.
I know these criteria were not the things which were comparable, but these are the things which you need to know while choosing between the two devices. At the end of the day, you need to know what matters to you, because if you just want a device for reading, then just go for Kindle. And if you want to do multiple things like note taking and listening to audiobooks, then go for iPad. And if you have some extra money, then go for both. Buy both the devices. So yeah, that's it for the video, and I mentioned the link of the iPad and Kindle in the description. Tell me which books you guys are reading in the comment section below and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Bye.